Not making it to the league as a young kid, especially a young black kid growing up, not making it is almost as a failure. You don't have that success story. You don't have that, I made it type of mentality. So I had to try to have to develop something else to still have that at the end of the day, that success story, because what I didn't want to happen is I didn't want my story to end that way.
As will Lorenzo Ferguson, who last week set a Virginia Tech and Big East record with 3 interceptions.
My name is Lorenzo Ferguson Jr. I'm the owner of Hit Next Level Fitness. I'm from Virginia, first of all. Played college football at Virginia Tech.
Deflected and intercepted by the Hokies, Lorenzo Ferguson. He's running it back to the 40, down to the 30, has a blocker in front of him, takes it to the 25, and he's down there. Oh, the Hokies.
I went to Canada, played in Canada for 2 years at the CFL when I played Blue Bombers. I was on the practice squad with the Bengals for 2 years. So playing football was like everything for me. I've done it for all my life. This is something that, for me, it saved my life. It made me learn respect. It taught me responsibility. It taught me toughness. When you look at kids playing professional, guys playing professional football, all you see is the big house, the big cars, the money. And that's you see opportunity to take care of your mom. I grew up in a very funny situation. My mother struggled. I lived with my mother until I was 11. We struggled, lived in a 2-bedroom with me and my other brother. My younger sister came along. Struggled. Lived, you want to call it a project home, whatever it may be, but struggled. Football to me was an outlet. It was our outlet. Our games were going outside until the streetlights came on, and that was us. So growing up, my family really supported me because they saw something in me. As a black kid growing up, African American growing up, sports is your outlet. That's your way. That's your meal ticket. That's your way of taking care of your family. We didn't have those dreams of going to college and becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer, because those to us was the long shot. That was a long shot. Being a doctor, being a lawyer, being a judge, that was something that was like, wow, that's unobtainable. But making it to the NFL, making it to the NBA, that's right around the corner. That's something that you can do. All it takes is practice. So our goals were different. Now, the NFL and the NBA, you a 2% chance of making it. But as a black kid growing up in the projects, that 2% is like 100% because that's all you know. So set goals early. I wrote down goals early. I knew I was going to get a football scholarship. I didn't know where. I didn't know how it was going to go. Actually, I thought it was a basketball scholarship because I played basketball first. I was a top basketball athlete. Got a scholarship at UVA. Played basketball at UVA. Basketball was my first love. Football didn't become my first love until I was actually going into my junior year. Then it became a situation where I weighed my opportunities as I'm a 6-foot point guard trying to make it to the NFL, or I'm a 6-foot defensive back trying to go to the NFL. Everything was a business at that point. And, I'm young, but I'm looking at the business. I'm going, okay, so I focus more on football. I played football on the highest level, college football, high school football, professional football, but ended up hurting myself playing basketball where I can't play football anymore, which is very ironic that the first love that I grew up wanting to play the most stopped me from playing the one thing that could benefit my family the most, and that's how I hurt both my knees playing basketball. Never been hurt playing football, ever. I tore my patella tendon. First game, probably second play of the game, tore my patella tendon. At that moment, I think I was 27, and I kind of knew that at that time, there was an injury that it was going to be hard for me to come back from if I wanted to play football at a high level. So, but I rehabbed it, and I tried to get back into football again, and tore my other patella tendon in my other leg playing basketball. So rehabbed it back again, and then it got to a point where with two knee injuries, right now I'm pushing almost 29, 28, 29. It was a situation where I just felt like my body wasn't going to be able to allow me to play at a high level. I tore this leg twice, and the doctor told me I would never run again. He said I would never run, I would never play any kind of sports on a high level. And this is when I tore this one twice. I had a wire in it. It was a dissolving wire. And I couldn't bend my knee 70 degrees. So I was really scared to work out too. And I was just so depressed and down and scared to hurt myself again. You know, I went from like trying to eliminate the disappointment. I made it feel like, okay, now I get a chance to just relax and not do nothing. You know, I'm not gonna work out at all. I'm just gonna hang out and just party now. But deep down, there was just me trying to convince myself that, okay, this is gonna be all right. Knowing I don't really feel like I wanna just stop doing everything, but that was an easy way for me to cope with it. So my body changed. Once I hurt my knees, I put on like 60 pounds. And I saw this picture of myself, and it was heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a picture where, you know, I almost cried because it was like, man, like, yo, this is me. Like, that really can't be me looking like that. Like, and at that moment, you know, I realized that, you know, I was not happy with the person I was. Very disappointed. And just made a decision right then. You know, I made a decision to say, you know what, I'm gonna do something about it. Went home that night, you know, poured out every bit of alcohol I may have had in the house, any soda, poured out, went and bought a knee brace. The next day started going to the gym, started walking on the treadmill. Wasn't working out, lifting weights, anything, changed my diet up. So walking turned into jogging. Jogging turned into running. Running turned into, okay, let me take this knee brace off because I feel pretty good. Took the knee brace off, now running turned into sprints. Now I'm out here in elevation mass, running uphill, jumping over boxes, you know, doing stuff that the doctor said I would never be able to do again because I didn't, for one, the light switch turned on where I just didn't want to be that person no more. So at that point, I just immediately kind of turned my energy. I knew from the rehab, having people train me and going through the therapy, I felt like it was something that I wanted to do. You know, I didn't want to be a therapist, but I did want to use a lot of the techniques and stuff that I learned from an athletic standpoint, from a football standpoint, and implement that into a physical, to a fitness workout. And that's where Hit Next Level came from. Everybody wants a second chance. Everybody don't believe they can do it, but if I can inspire somebody to get that second chance and lead by example, be a product of my product, I mean, that's a phenomenal feeling.